Hey guys, and you know who it is? It's your girl Ray, also the host of Talks with Ray every day. And guess what? Welcome to a new video. Did your girl go visual? Yes, she did. And guess what, guys? We also are gonna have theme weekdays, okay? Monday through Friday. Each day is a different theme. And because it's Friday, guess what today is? Fun Friday. So welcome back to another episode. Today's episode is going to be about my top 10 Disney classic movies. And if you don't know anything about Disney, the classics are typically always the best. So, you know what to do next. You grab your cup, you take a seat, and you're going to get your fill of Talks with Ray every day. And guys, wanted to tell you, this is like my first time ever doing like video. And also, this is a new mic on top of that. I'm really excited for this journey, but getting into the video, I want to name off like my top 10 and then we're going to do some mentions and some other movies that just don't seem to have enough credit, okay? And with the top 10 list, we're going to start at number 10 with Atlantis, The Lost Empire. Guys, can we just first talk about Akita in that movie? She was a freaking queen, a queen, and she deserves more credit. I'm just saying. And the technology that a lost civilization had, that if we had that technology today, a lot of our problems would be solved. I truly believe this. But that's definitely like top 10 I have to watch at least once a year type of movie. But going into number 9, Mulan. Guys, can we just Mulan? Okay, not the new Mulan. These are classics, okay? This is going back 1930s, early 2000s, okay? Mulan was the it. Okay, you over here singing, make a man out of you, girl worth fighting for, reflections. And can we talk about Mushu? Just dishonor on your family, dishonor on your cow, like Mushu and that Lucky Cricket. Oh my gosh, that combo stole the show. And then coming at number 8 would definitely be Leo and Stitch. Now, I love me some Stitch. I love me some Leo. But if I can sit there and say like Nani and Leo were definitely me and my older sister to this T. And then if y'all know that scene of Leo and Stitch going back for Stitch like pointing at Leo, and Leo just pointing her finger at Stitch, saying, "I'm not touching you." That's literally me and my sister, just because we're like 10 years apart. So it was funny because that scene is literally me and my sister. But Leo Stitch definitely comes at number 8, even though I watch it almost every single year. And then coming at number 7 is definitely Pocahontas. You know, Pocahontas, Color of the Wind, Just Around the River, man. You know, can we talk about that song, Savage? Like, savages. Just savages. That song hits so deep on so many levels. I don't think people truly understand, like, the gist of that movie. And though Disney, like, Disney-fied it, the real story behind Pocahontas is so sad and so just, ugh. But I once again I love I love the little side characters, sidekicks. I love Grandma Tree. It's an overall great movie. It comes at number 7. Number 6, The Princess and the Frog. Now I love me some Princess Tiana. And that girl, I know that girl could cook up some gumbo and beignets. I just felt that it could have been a little bit more. What am I looking for? Like, it could been a little bit more on the cultural side and terms of the Shadow Man, because I will not butcher his name. I feel like we should low key get a backstory on him to figure out why he became the Shadow Man and the backstory behind Mama Odie. I feel like their story should have been more in depth than what it was. And that's the reason why it low key comes at number 6. Otherwise, it would have been much higher. But number 5 is Brother Bear. If you have not seen Brother Bear, have you lived? Can we talk about the transformation, the songs, the bears themselves, the little cub? Because I can, for some reason, my brain is like not wanting to think of the names. Like, they're so freaking adorable. How can you not? Like, how? How can you not? They're so freaking adorable. Like, it just easy top 5. Easy top 5. And number 4, which might shock some people, but Treasure Planet comes at number 4. Because if you really think about that movie, like, first of all, Cyborg is totally his father. I don't care what anybody says. Cyborg is totally his father. But it's literally this misunderstood boy just low key grieving the fact of his father abandoned him and his mother, and his mother is literally struggling to stay afloat and take care of both her and him. And he's like, just, I feel like if he got low key nowadays, if he just got therapy, he'll be straight. But if you watch the movie, even though the cyborg, we all know what happened with the cyborg, he literally came out for the better. And that's after like going through some therapy and some counseling with the villain, which is crazy ironic. But and then we talk about the cinematographics in that movie, the songs, the cinematographic, the feelings. It's such a good movie. It's such a good movie. And if you haven't seen it, I need you to go watch Treasure Planet. Like, it will the feels, the go in the heart. And then we're coming to top 3. This one's of course a classic, but number 3 is The Lion King. I love me some Simba and Nala, though I feel like Nala should have put Simba in his place more, because how this boy gonna go off for who knows how long and just come back like, yeah, my uncle lied to me, kind of killed him off, feeding him to the hyenas, and just act like everything's good and dandy. Like, sir, you left us to starve. You left us to I felt like I low key felt like Simba got off too easy. I feel like Nala should like hit him upside the head a few times, but Timon and Pumbaa, of course, the stars of the show. Like, Simba and Nala weren't the stars. Simba wasn't the star. Timon and Pumbaa was. And then can we talk about Akuna Matata, the Circle of Life? Like, Rafiki? If I said his name right, if I said his name wrong, don't come at me. Like, side characters are everything. I swear. But Lion King, love it. Top 3. At number 2, which I might think I shocked people, top 2, Lady and the Tramp. And I don't care what anybody says. Lady and the Tramp. I searched everywhere to get this on DVD. Lady and the Tramp is freaking amazing. I don't care what anybody says. Like, it's literally the doll version of Romeo and Juliet. You have two people on the different sides of the fences. And though this boy tries so desperately to be like, girl, they're just gonna put you on the street just like they did me. Girl's like, no, they're not. They love me. And look, they just open up each other's worlds. He got some healing from the girl. The girl got some sis not into her, like, yo, there are bad humans out here that will like kick you to the curve. And she's like, low key grateful she has these amazing parents. But I'm like, and then they take him in, and then you have the sequel with all the pups. Like, I'm sorry, it's just, I love that movie. It's so romantic. And just there's just so many good lessons in that movie. Like, don't judge each other. Like, don't judge a person by where they grew up, like on what side of the railroad they grew up on. Like, be kind to each other, love one another, because we need a lot of that in our world right now. But it's just easily number two. And of course, my top favorite Disney classic movie. And if you haven't seen this movie, shame on you. This is an amazing movie, and you should stop what you're doing and go watch it. My number one movie of all Disney classics, The Aristocats. The Aristocrat. Ugh, I could talk, you guys. The Aristocats. Like, the Aristocats. Oh my god. Duchess. O'Malley. Like, the kittens. The band, y'all. The band and the Alleyway Cats. Like, if you have not seen this movie, have you lived? Have you lived? Especially if you're an animal lover. Have you really lived if you've not seen the Aristocats? Like, guys, can we talk about that song in the alleyway? Like, everyone wants to be an alleyway cat. Like, everyone wants to be an alleyway cat. I don't care. It's my top one. It's my top movie, and I will stand by that. I would die on that hill as the Aristocats being my number one top classic movies. And mind you, like I said earlier, these are movies from the 1930s to the early 2000s. Aristocats, number one, easily. But like I said, you guys, I do have some like mentions and some, movies that don't deserve enough credit. Like, they need more credit. And some honorable mentions is one of them is Chicken Little. If you guys haven't seen Chicken Little, have what did you do as a kid? Like, Chicken Little was the movie growing up. And then the game came out, and the game was epic. Growing up, like, I know this new generation will never understand. Like, like having to sit there and wait for that movie and begging your parents, not just saying "Give me that movie," no, begging, like agreeing to chores and making sure you got good grades is like begging your parents to get to get a game based off of a movie, like, and it was next to impossible. And then another mention, of course, is The Emperor's New Groove. And I want to actually, even though Crunk didn't come out until later, I'm gonna kind of loop Crunk into this one. Like, Emperor's New Grooves and Crunk's New Groove. Oh my gosh, can we talk about Llama and then the kitten when she turns into a kitten? Like, oh my gosh. Like, guys, these are just classic movies that if you didn't see them, what were you doing when you were a kid? What did you do during the summer when you were a kid? I was watching Disney classic movies, obviously. And then of course you have the classic Aladdin, the original Aladdin, the Friend Like Me, the late Robin Williams genie, just pure cinematic. And then Hercules on top. Can we talk about the muses in Hercules? Like, hello, those girls rock the entire movie. The muses made that movie, and I'm gonna sit by that. The muses made that movie. But yeah, Chicken Little, The Emperor's New Groove, Aladdin, Hercules. Those are some really good honorable mentions because, like I said, these are classic movies. These are movies that everyone should have watched at least 100 times, if like at least 100 times. And then I have two movies that just do not get enough credit. And the first one being Basil, the Great Mouse Detective. I'm not gonna lie, it took me it's like a few years ago, like, mind you, I'm like 25. I think I finally watched it when I was like 1920. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this was such a. It's basically the animal version of Sherlock Holmes. If you are a Sherlock Holmes lover, you need to watch Basil. You need to watch Basil. It's so good, and I feel like it's one of the like forgotten movies, and not a lot of people talk about it, and it kind of makes me sad because it was such a good movie, especially with mice versus rats. And I'm an animal science major. And knowing the difference between the two is like even more uncanny, which adds a deeper level to the movie, which I think is fantastic. And then my second one that not a lot of people give credit to is Oliver and Company. If you never seen Oliver and Company, you don't know true cinematic movies. Like Oliver and Company not only had an amazing soundtrack, but also an amazing lessons in that movie, which was once again, don't judge a book by its cover, okay? Because Oliver and Company, those sassy dogs, I'm just saying, I'm just saying. But guys, that was my top 10 Disney classic movies based from 1930s to the early 2000s, along with some honorable mentions and some movies that just need more credit because they were freaking amazing. But if you have any episode suggestions or just want to leave your comments and opinions and whatnots, please leave them below or send a personal message or DM me and I'll try my best to get to them. And if you enjoyed the episode, be sure to check out my previous ones and share them with everyone that you know and on social media. Also, be sure to check out at Ray Talks, that's RAETLKS, on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok to stay up to date on all things Talks with Ray every day. Now, remember to stay safe and take a break and enjoy your favorite Disney classics. See you next time on Talks with Ray every day. Love you. Mwah!